Hello everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. Today we're going to be making this card. So it's just a pop-up card. So when it's finished, it'll be a 6 by 6 inch card. When you open it, it'll have that in the center, so it will look like that from the front and that from the top. So it's fairly easy to make, no special tools needed, just papers from your stash. And I'll show you how we have made this one. So to start off with, your base card is 12 by 6 inches or 30.5 by 15.2 centimetres. So fold it in half to give you your 6 by 6 inch card base. Then you will need 3 pieces. So this is, hang on, let me go here. So we'll do our matte layers first. So in this one, the matte layers are the darker purple. So the matte layers, you will need to cut 3 that are 5 3/4 of an inch square or 14.5 centimetres square. So 3 of those. You'll need to cut 2 pieces that are 3 3/4 by 3.5 inches or 9.6 by 9.2 centimetres. And then cut 4 1 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch or 4.5 by 2 centimetres. So they're very tiny. Then the top layers, so this is the decorative papers. So here I've just done the decorative paper as a plain purple, but for this one they're going to be patterned. So I've cut 3 pieces that are 5.5 inches square or 14 by 14 centimetres. Now this one I'm going to do for the front, and then I have cut different ones for the inside. So it's up to you whether you want to do the same papers on all 3 or different from the front to the inside. So this is my front piece. So you'll need 3 pieces that are 5.5 by 5.5 inches. 2 pieces that are 3.5 by 3.25 inches or 9 by 8.2 centimetres. So I've cut 2 like that. And then I've cut 4 that are 1.5 by 1/2 inch or 3.7 by 5.5 centimetres, and they're just little bits like that. Now you'll also need a piece that is 6 inches by 5 inches, and you need to score it at 1/2 inch, 2.5 inches, and 4.5 inches. Now, if you don't have a scoreboard, you can use a ruler. So if you mark it at 1/2 inch, 2.5, and 4.5 inches at the top, and again at the bottom, then match those lines up. So this one's just a little stylus that's got a little ball on the end, so you can use one of those, or if you've got a bone folder you can use that. If you don't have any of that, you can use a biro that doesn't work. You just need something to be able to make that fold line impression. Okay, so that's at 1/2, 2.5 and 4.5 inches or 1.3, 6.3 and 11.4 centimetres. Fold that card in half, and with your ruler measure 1 1/4 inches in. So just pop a little mark at 1 1/4 inches. So measure it in a couple of different places, and then draw a line across there. Then from the top and the bottom, measure in 7/8 of an inch from there and draw a line, and then again 7/8 of an inch and draw a line there. So keeping your card folded in half, we're going to cut along the lines like so. Now, if you don't have scissors to do this, which I'm sure everyone has got scissors, you can use a knife, a craft knife and a ruler, but I found this was probably the easiest way. So I'll just cut that out. So that leaves you with that, like that. So just again, you're scoring at 1/2 inch, 2.5 and 4.5 inches. Fold it in half. And then you're measuring in, as I said, it's 1¼ inches from the folded edge. Just mark it at a couple of spots. And then from the top and the bottom, 7/8 of an inch. And then cut that out to give you that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some double-sided tape to these little tabs. I'll just use my ruler to tear it. I'll just do that on either side. Like so. Okay, so we'll just pop that aside. I'll just trim that little bit of tape off the end. So I'll just put that aside. Now we'll put the rest of the card together. So getting one of your 5 3/4 inch square matte layers, we're going to pop that on there. So I'll just pop some glue on. Now, glue or tape, whatever is your preference. Just remember, if you're gluing, don't add an excessive amount of glue. If you put on too much, it'll actually make it wrinkly. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm going to put my piece here. So you've got 3 pieces that are 5.5 inches square. Now I've done a different one for the front to the inside, so that's up to you whether you want to have them the same or different. So I'll just pop that on the front. Oops. Okay. And then we'll open it up and do the inside of the card. Now I've already popped some of these together. I forgot to do one of the cards. That's all right. I'll come to that in a minute. So this one will go on the inside front. So I'll just pop some glue on there. Now, because this is directional paper, I've got to make sure I've got it the right way up. There we go. And put this one on the other side. Like so. Okay. So now I did forget to add a piece of card. So you will need another piece of card that is 7.5 inches or 19 centimetres by 4 inches or 10.2 centimetres. and fold that in half. So sorry about that, I forgot about that one. Now we're going to go back to this piece and we're going to fold that in half, give it a good crease, and then this piece is going to go inside it. So we're going to flip it over and fold those little tabs in, like so. And then line up, so we're going to open your card out, you're going to line up your centre fold line there with your centre fold line there. And we're going to put some little tabs. Now these tabs I have done are 1 3/4 of an inch by 1.5 inches, and then folded in half on the 3/4 inch side and attach just that part to the fold line on your tab. So I'm just going to pop some double-sided tape on here. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to add on the other half of the fold line a little bit more. Just trim that off. I'll just go back here for a tick, and I'm going to pull off my backing paper from there. So on my little tab fold, around about halfway, so you can line it up perfectly if you like, and put that edge against that fold line. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So I'll put one piece of tape there, and then I'll put 2 on the other half of it. Now you can glue this if you like. I'm just taping it because it's an instant grab then. You don't have to wait for it to dry. I'm going to fold that in half and flip it over and remove the single piece. And I'm going to line that up with that. So I've got it in the same place. So again, lining up this edge with the fold line, like so. Whoops, hang on, I didn't get that straight. Here we go. Now we'll open that out. Now we're going to bring this one back in. I've got to turn that over. Okay, so now I'm going to pull off the backing tape, or the backing paper from the other side. Now again, like I said, you can use glue if you prefer, personal preference. And lining up, actually probably easier if we do this. So lining up, I'm going to use my grid here, so to make sure I've got that all lined up there, and then lining that up with that in about the center, and then flip that down. And then we'll flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, and flip that down. So that will give you that. Now before we put it into the card, we'll decorate these parts. So I've got my matte layer. So this is one of the 3 3/4 by 3.5 inch pieces, and that's going to sit on there. So I'll just pop some glue on. You can do it when it's together, but I think it's easier to do it before it goes together. So I'll pop that there. And then the decorative piece on top of that. And like any of these cards I do, your papers, you can use any papers you like to suit any event that you like. I'm just waiting on a delivery for some mail papers so I can do some more mail decorated cards. And we'll just put that one on the other side. Okay, make sure it's all together. And then these little pieces are going to go in here. So you've got little, so if we fold that over, because that's going to go under, so these will go on here. And the other little piece on here. So here's the others. I've already put the two layers together. I've just got to attach them into place. So put those there. And these ones here. And the last one. Okay, oh, done a little bit too much glue there, it's oozing out. Just get rid of some of that. Okay, now we're going to fold this in half. Fold your little tabs backwards and bringing in your base card, we're going to now attach this to the base card. So lining up with your centre fold, you're going to line that edge up with your centre fold, push that sticky edge down and making sure it's lined up at the top and the bottom, and push that down. And then we're going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. So add your adhesive and then push that down. Okay, so now we're going to flip those two up so that they come up like that. Close it, put it all together, and there is the card. Okay, so now I've just got a couple of little bits here that I've cut out. I'm going to add onto here. I'm just going to use my other glue. It's not as runny. So I'll just pop a little bit of glue on there. And another one on that side, just to give it a bit more decoration. And I've just got a little happy birthday I'm going to pop on here. So I'll just pop some glue on there. While I'm doing this, I'll just let you know that I do have a Facebook group called Card Making for Beginners and Beyond. I will add the link in the description, and if you'd like to join me, you're more than welcome. Just answer a question to join and share your creations. We're not limited to brands, so any branded products are fine. And that's finished. So there it is from the front, and there it is open from the front, and that's it from the top. And then if you want to, you can either put your greetings on there or you can put them on the back. I will be putting mine on the back. So I might even add another layer on there of decorative papers and that. But that's it. A fun card to make, and it's got a lovely result. And as I said, you can decorate to suit any occasion that you like with whatever you have in your stash, and you don't need any special tools to make it. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please do give me the thumbs up, and please do subscribe if you'd like to be notified as more tutorials are done. I aim to do them every Friday when time permits. Thank you for joining me. Bye.